Learners are likely to be excluded from the educational group due to poverty, faith, ethnic groups, or because they belong to minority language group. To break this disparity, a multilingual approach is highly considered. Welcome to another lesson episode entitled Understanding Multilingual Education. I am your teacher, Sir Juan, and this is Lesson Made Easy, TV.
Welcome to another lesson entitled Understanding Multilingualism. Our lesson objectives are: find some terms related to multilingualism, differentiate one form of multilingualism to the other. What is multilingualism? It's the use of three and more languages. It's the ability to speak several languages. What are the forms of multilingualism? We have individual multilingualism, which is dealing with an individual's ability to master and appropriately use two or more languages. Another form is called societal multilingualism. Context, circumstances, order, manner, and routines of use of languages in different kinds of communities, organizations, and groups. Remember that a multilingual person is generally referred as polyglot. Poly means many, and glot means language. What is bilingualism? It is the ability of an individual or the members of a community to use two languages effectively. Let us know some terms such as simultaneous bilingualism, compound bilingual, coordinate bilingual, subordinate bilingual, distractive bilingualism, and receptive bilingualism. Let's have simultaneous bilingualism. Is where the children who are exposed to more than one language prior to age 3, they develop two or more languages equally or nearly equally through exposure and frequent opportunities to use each language. Next, we have compound bilingual or additive bilingual. The individual learns the languages in the same environment and context, and they are often used concurrently or even interchangeably. For example, a child is raised by bilingual parents and both languages are used in the home. In the individual's mind, the languages are not separate and can be switched between at will, even while speaking. We have coordinate bilingual or subtractive bilingual. An individual learns the language separately in separate environment and maintains this separation after mastering both. For example, a student who speaks one language at home, acquired via his parents in the home environment, and then learns a second language at school, he only speaks the second language at school in a classroom environment, and the languages remain separate in his mind. We have subordinate bilingual. These people who have learned a second language and cannot understand it without the help of their first language. Such people will translate the words of second language in their mother tongue. Then they will be able to understand them. Also have distractive bilingual. An individual who has some deficiencies in both languages when compared with monolinguals in each of those languages. These deficiencies typically include a smaller vocabulary, incorrect grammar, lack of creativity, and spontaneity with both languages, and a difficulty with thinking and expressing emotions in either language. Lastly, we have receptive bilingual. A child has learned to understand a language, but is unable or unwilling to speak it. This time, let's proceed to multilingualism within communities. We have Diglossia, Ambilingualism, and Bipart-lingualism. We have Diglossia, coexistence of two varieties of the same language throughout the speech community. Example, in Middle East, the high variety is Classical Arabic, while the low variety we have local Arabic dialect such as Iraqi and Moroccan. We have Ambilingualism, both clear state dominant language and protected minority language that is limited in terms of distribution of speakers. And we have Bipart-lingualism. Modern language can be heard in a small area, but large majority speakers are monolinguals who have little contact with speakers from other ethnic groups. Let us know more some of these terms: early bilingual, late bilingual, balanced bilingual, dominant bilingual, and semilingual. We have early bilingual, someone who has acquired two languages early in childhood, received systematic training of a second language before age 6. We have late bilingual, bilingual after childhood, after age 12. Balanced bilingual, someone whose mastery of two languages is roughly equivalent. Dominant bilingual, someone with greater proficiency in one of his or her languages and uses it significantly more than the other language. Semilingual bilingual, someone with insufficient knowledge of either language.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated to our lesson videos. Another day and learning is capsulized for you to intake and know by heart. I hope you enjoy our class. See you on our next language lesson adventure.